All right. Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. You are locked in and live right here on the South Florida Live Show with your host, Jeffrey Brown. Listen, guys, sorry for the delay. We had a little technical difficulty going on, but we have it fixed. We pray that it's fixed. But listen, we're going to get right in. We're late. So I have my guests they are waiting in the wings. They are ready to come on. So we're going to get them right on. Listen, right quick. If you are tuned in, you're locked in, come on in. You know what I do. I always ask you to please like and share. Facebook, I need you to share at least to 10 people. YouTube needs you to share at least to 10. Please hit the like button. Do that for me. Like it, go like crazy, because this is going to be a show of all shows. Trust me, y'all. You're going to love this. I am so excited. I have my brothers with me. I am so excited. I'm so happy that they offered to do this. They accepted the invitation to come on, and we're going to get right into it, because one, I guess, have to get out of there. He's so busy and popular and all that stuff, y'all. He can't hang out with us like he used to. But anyway, we're going to talk about that. We're going to get on it. Listen. My first guest, and I'm going to bring them all in as we come in. Come on, guys, go ahead and do that. Share and like. Love that. Thank you for those that are coming on. Hey, my first guest, this is my boy. This is my brother from another mother. Listen, I love this guy. We've been knowing each other for, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, almost, I don't know. We've been knowing each other forever. My man from Orlando, Pastor Michael Norman is with us in the studio. He's with us this evening. Hey, Mike, good afternoon. Good evening, man. Good evening. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, it's our pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you on there. Thank you for coming on. And this guy, man, I know he has to go, but he's so large in charge right now. He's doing big things. I love it. I'm so proud of this young man right here. And he's my god brother, y'all. I'm gonna tell the secret. I'm gonna put it out there. He's my god brother. Yes, he is. I call him G brother. My brother, my god brother, Pastor Javen Campbell, is with us this evening. Right there, that's my man. That's my welcome, Pastor. Welcome, man. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Love you.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go on and this I mean, I got a double team. I got both my brothers on tonight. I asked for one, I got double. I got both. Listen, I am so happy. And that is Dr. David Anderson and my man, one of my favorite drummers, John Anderson, is with us on this evening. Hey, welcome, guys. Welcome to the South Florida Live Show. Thank you for accepting our invite.
My brothers, what's going on, y'all?
Yeah, listen. So we're gonna go ahead and get on it. Mike, I told you guys we're gonna have this conversation this evening about our journey. Because we're all connected in one way. We're all connected, not just connected in being, children of God, but we're all connected in one way. We're connected from Church of God. All of us have foundation from the Church of God, and we've been knowing each other forever. But Mike, I've been knowing you for a long time. We've been through ups
You're
and
the reason
downs
why I had to get saved. Thank God for it.
And we won't go too far and all that stuff, but we've really been doing we've had our ups and downs, and see you where you are now.
Yeah.
Just talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Well, in the brief time that we have, I just want to say it is an incredible journey that the Lord has afforded me. I'm doing things I never thought I would do. You know, I've always been kind of a behind the scenes type of personality, and but over the years, God has a way of bringing situations and circumstances into your life that helps to form your ultimate persona, as it were. And we grew up, of course, as you said, in the Church of God. And, it's one of those things that, like they say, you don't join in, you born in. And some of those things are still with me. All of the fervor and all of the power and all of the services and moves of God that we've experienced and through the years. I don't even know really where to begin. But I suspect you can circle back to me and we'll get into specifics, in just a moment.
Yeah. So that's Mike. Mike is an awesome musician. That's where our history, that's where our connection come from. As him being a musician, a pianist, an organist, a great songwriter, and I mean, Teen Talent Days and go back. We can go all to that and have a conversation about that. But that's our history with Mike as a musician and coming up in Church of God. And listen, it's been great. Listen, Jabin, listen, this young man right here, I'm rushing because he has to go. Wow. I try not to get emotional with him because this is actually my mother's godson. So we have a real tight connection. And to watch him from a young man, from a kid to where he is now and doing the outstanding things that he's doing now is so amazing to me and a blessing to me to be able to live to see it. That's what us growing up and seeing where he's starting to where he is now. Hey, Pastor Jabin, listen, man, I know, I'm gonna throw this at you. I know Pastor was way from your mind. And give us an insight how that end up gravitating and you end up being where you are now.
Well, first off, good evening, everybody, and certainly I salute you, my God brother, for always stepping out, not being afraid, and watching you cover different grounds throughout the years, as a musician, as an armor bearer, now as a minister of the gospel of the local church, as well as on a international media platform. One of the things that you got to come to grips with is the ideology that we've all been called way before, we ever activated anything in our life, and that what we're now doing is just a manifestation of what always was. And so it is definitely a surprise and for me, in some ways, a shock that I ended up where I am, both as a pastor and all the other accolades. But I will say, somewhere in my spirit and my soul and my heart, I knew all of it would come to pass. And it's just always interesting to watch God use us in spite of us. And so even though I'm definitely shocked to be where I'm at, I'm not surprised.
I know that alone, man, is a lot for you to be at that point. And I'm so proud of you for that, for where you are now.
Thank you. But I would say likewise, back at you, back at Dave and John and Mike and just everybody. It really is important for us to continue that journey. A lot of us, at least everybody on this platform, had a solid foundation to start from. We all had some huge shoulders that we were able to stand on. The least we could do is make an effort to continue.
I totally agree with that, my brother, because I know for me to be in the position where I am, being able to serve, to me, one of the greatest pastors on this side of heaven, Bishop Curry, is something that I know my dad placed in the foundation for me, because my dad was an armor bearer. That armor bearer thing was going on with my dad back in his day, because before it got the name armor bearer, because my dad served not only your pastor your dad Javen, who was my pastor, but also my uncle Bishop Walter Jackson. He served them just like I started. So I know that spirit, and that found out that it fell on me, and being able to serve one of the, like I say, one of the greatest pastors that that's on this side of heaven, and Bishop Curry was, that was a great opportunity. And I know I could not be able to do that if it wasn't for those people that were in my life. And so
one of the things that you will notice that all of us have in common is we're all musicians, and we're all have served on some level, on the level of musicianship and leading worship and praise. And as you were talking, I could only think about King David and his assignment to serve King Saul, and not before Saul, God himself, and in the areas of worship and praise and ushering in the presence of God, and how that elevated him to kingdomship. And according to history books, David became the most successful king Israel ever had, but it all started with serving.
Right. I agree with that. Hey, listen, man, I told y'all this was gonna be great. Listen, now my other crew that's sitting with us, that's David and John. And listen, these folks, these guys come from such a strong musical background. Their mother was amazing. The family is amazing. Everyone in the family can either play or sing. That's so amazing of these guys, and I love it. Hey, listen, Dave, when my layout with Dave, when I saw Dave lead praise and worship, it blew me away. To see this young man go from playing keyboards to organ, talented, one of the gifted, anointed organists and keyboard players on this side of heaven. I got two of them on here, Mike Norman and David Anderson. And then to see Dave shift to praise and worship leader. Did you see that coming, D?
Actually, no. I was really, really comfortable sitting behind an organ or a keyboard, and I never really saw myself leading out in praise and worship. Javen talked about that foundation, and growing up in the Church of God, we had a rich tradition of music, musicianship, varieties of music, and that was because of that platform that was laid before us, that foundation that was laid before us from my mom and all the others and whatnot, and even the two of you, Michael and Jeff. I told Jeff probably about, I think it was about a month ago, Jeff.
Yeah.
I was just reaching out, just seeing,
He was trying to break me down, y'all. He was trying to make me cry. He was trying to break me down.
I told Jeff, I said, man, two of my biggest musical influences, aside from my mother, was Jeff Brown first, and then Michael Norman. I thought I was going to be the next biggest drummer on the face of this earth. First time I heard Jeff play drums, he literally transformed my approach to music, because the way he played, his approach to what he did was different than anybody I had ever seen. And so I would carry around my tape recorder, going back and forth to Hallandale. And Javen, you remember this, man. It's like any car that was coming down to Hallandale, man, I was trying to be in the car so I could at least get down to the Campbell's house so we could play some music, get to the church so we can sing, and so I could hear Jeff Brown. I had my tape recorder. I would go home after that and have boxes and pots and pans playing and so forth. And I tell you, Jeff, you were the first person who literally changed my whole just view of music and my approach to music. And then it was Michael Norman. I dabbled around in keys and whatnot, but I remember this particular time. My brother's gonna laugh at me. Javen, I don't think you probably heard this story, but this was after one of the nights at the convention. You know how they used to have the rehearsals for the mass choir. I was out in the audience, getting ready to talk to some girl. I don't even know who she was. And all of a sudden, and I remember the song. The song that they were playing was "God Is" by James Cleveland. And somebody else was on the organ. But all of a sudden, the sounds changed like I had never, ever heard before. I told the girl, I said, "Hold on, wait a minute." I turned around. And Mike, I gotta tell it like it is, man. You had that little Jerry Curl hanging.
But it wasn't wet, right?
No, it wasn't wet. No, it wasn't wet. But man, when I heard those sounds change, I turned around and I said, "That's what I want to do." So I went up to the organ, had my tape recorder, I asked him, I said, "Would you mind if I sat next to you?" He's like, "No, come on, man, sit next to me." And man, I sat there and soaked up every bit of that song. Michael's approach, every time he went to the first part of the song, to the vamp part of the song, he played it a different way. I'm like, my goodness. So after that, I went to the hotel room that night and I stayed up all night. I had a pillow on my lap, trying to visualize myself doing exactly what I heard him do. And that actually changed my life forever.
Wow.
And so that's what got us here.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna hold off on John. I'm gonna hold off on John because Pastor Javen, he has to go, guys. He has to go. But before he go, I need him to talk about this right here. I need him to talk about this book, "Do It Now" by Pastor Javen Campbell. Do it now. I love it. I love it. I love it. Pastor, before you go, hey man, tell us about this book.
Yo, I think David them got to go too.
Oh, I know.
We'll stay on a little longer.
Okay, real quick, I'm just excited about Do It Now. You know, everything for me has been the revelation of now. Now means new, now means next. You'll never be in your future, you'll never be in your past, you'll always be in your now. And what I love, and some of you will remember this, my dad used to always say, "The Lord is blessing us right now." Who knew 40 and 50 years later, the revelation of now would hit me in such a way that I've come to understand that in the revelation of now, you have the ability to start again. You have the ability to push forward. And we talk about it all through the book. At the end of every chapter, there's a study guide to help people get unstuck. There's a chapter called Get Unstuck, how to get back going. There's people ask me all the time, how do you end up pastor? How do you end up being an actor? How do you end up being a recording artist, TV host, all that kind of stuff? And what I say to them is, I just learned how to live in my now. So whatever God was placing in front of me, I just learned how to move with it. I learned how to move from my past. There's a chapter in the book called Understanding Your Past. And I just want to say something real quick for all viewers there. It's okay to remember your past. It's okay to celebrate it, but you can't live there. So I say something in the book about we don't live in our past, we live on our past. And that's what we're doing tonight. We're talking about where we came from, but we're living in our now. And so it's just a great book to just get you unstuck, get you moving, get you going, and help you take advantage of every now moment. We're excited. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, wherever books are sold. And it's going good so far. So thanks everybody for the support, and thanks God, brother, for letting me be on. It's good to see you, Pastor Mike. Good to see you, Dr. David and John. Love you guys. Y'all are family, and it's just amazing. I wish we had more time and could figure this out. I'm willing to come back and hang out some more and make it right. So
Right. Hey, listen, that was my thing before you guys go. I want to do this again. Matter of fact, I would like to do this, for us to come together, like, I don't know, every month, each other month, whatever. Because as you see, the title is An Evening with the Brothers. Listen, guys, you guys just don't understand. You are my brother. You're my brothers. I mean, that moment when Dave called me and shared with me, he was trying to get me. Because y'all know I'm the sensitive one of the family. And he was trying, he almost got me. It was like the Jerry Maguire movie. When the guy was in the studio, you almost got me. You trying to get me. He was, and I love it. And just to see my God brother do the things that he's doing. I visit his church as often as I can, and I've seen it from the beginning to where we are now. And God has been blessing him. I'm riding on him, but God has been blessing him because they are the owners of the old TBN station there in Hollywood on Pembroke Road. And doing an amazing job, amazing ministry there. Listen, I know you got to go. And Jay, I have the book, but I'm going to give my book to one of my listeners tonight.
nice.
And I always do a giveaway. I have the first call or whatever come in, and I'm going to give them their book, give them the book that I have from you. And I'm going to get it. I'm going to bring it and get it signed by you before I give it to them. If that's okay.
Would love to do it. I think it's a great idea. I hope they're blessed by it. I got to run, y'all. I love y'all.
Love you more. We'll do this again.
Definitely.
Blessings, man. All right, where's John?
John's right here.
My man.
Yeah, before we get into there, man, I definitely wanted to give a shout out, man, and acknowledgement to Lowell Lampkin.
Yes.
And your sister,
living legend.
because Lowell was like before his time. I guess we called it nickname Dizzy Fingers or whatever.
Dizzy Fingers, the professor.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to definitely, those two were tremendous influences in my life as well. And anytime I was like, show me this, show me it. Even before they had the Show Me This YouTube channel, all that or whatever. Man, Michael, man, you don't even have to talk about that, Mike, because the Lowell and Deborah, man, they were always encouraging and never ever hesitated to show me anything I wanted to know. So,
and I think, be honest, Dave, and I think that's where the younger musicians now are missing it.
yeah,
We weren't too into ourselves.
right.
We were open to learn from anybody. We didn't care how old they were. We were always open to learn. And I think the younger musicians now, because somebody like you and Mike Norman, listen, how could I not try and sit up under you and learn whatever I can learn from someone that's on the level that you are? But I think sometimes our now musicians are so headstrong and they're in their own way until they don't want to, they don't think they can learn from somebody else like they've already arrived and made it. And I think I had a one incident where one musician kind of got out of his way. And he was still smelling himself. So we ended up preparing resumes. Who we played for, who I played for, and someone told him, "Say you don't want to do that. You don't want to." And you know me, I'm humble. I don't, I still think that I'm not that drummer that everybody say I am. But
Yes, you are.
but after the resumes, it was like then it was kind of a respect thing after that. But we've always said, and we always were anxious to play and whatever, but we knew our time. And this young man right here, he's blown me away. Dave, John, this John Anderson is a beast on the drums. Hey, John, man, welcome, bro.
Definitely, man. I was influenced by you as a young kid, man, and still now, man. Just looking at you, always looking up to this big brother, second big brother. Being influenced by Michael Norman, Javen, all of you guys had a major impact on me moving through life as a young kid. Again, still watching you guys moving through life now, just not only musically but spiritually. Man, I thank God for such solid inspirations in life, man. Couldn't ask for anything better. So it's just an honor to even be here, on this platform with you.
No, man, it's an honor to have you, man. When your brother texted me and said you were coming on, I said, yes, all right. I get my man on here too. Listen, John, I know growing up, you were like not in the shadow of David, but you were coming up under David. How was that journey for you as a kid to where you are now?
Man, it was pretty awesome. I was like a sponge, and still a sponge to today because of that, man. The same tapes that you talked about, recording, Mike, I got to listen to all of those things, man, and it just helped shape me musically. Going through Teen Talent, I did the competition. I won. What was it, like in '98? Yeah, and Mike actually paid for me the year I won.
Oh yeah, we did.
Wow.
We did an
Yeah.
arrangement.
San Antonio.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember that was kind of a composition we both kind of collaborated on.
Yeah, one of your things, and we did Wade in the Water and one of the original cast.
I remember that.
Amazing.
Yeah. Hey, guys, listen, I got to say this to my audience. Sorry about the echo. I don't know what's going on. I've been trying to fix it. It's not happening. So I don't know what's happening. So sorry about that. My media person, my media tech is not here. I'm left alone. So it's on me. It's on me tonight. Yeah, but listen, Dave. I mean, John. I'm so happy to see you, man. And listen, we're gonna go back to my brother, Michael Norman.
Yes, sir.
Mike has he has been that dude for me for a number of years that I watched through Church of God, and we hung out, and we had our little time when he was here. When I would come to Orlando, that was my ride or die. He would come here, that was my, and we just grew up together, respecting each other, and I think we got connected just a little bit when we went to Dallas. When you end up moving to Dallas, and you end up going to Dallas. I want to know about that journey from I think it really kind of kicked in when you in Dallas, and everything started growing and blooming from there. Would you? I know you were under great pastor Chenault. Did you see this where you are now?
It's amazing. I mean, it's completely out of mind and out of reality for me to even be able to express what it is that we're doing now, because coming from where we're from, a very, very rich Pentecostal background, very classical Pentecostal background, and that's what served to develop this level of fervor and devotion towards the things of God, even though we didn't do it right all the time. Me, and I'm glad we're kind of confessing. Me and Jeff started our own little evangelistic association, but nobody was getting saved. but we always had that seed, that foundation of the church, and the music played a very vital role in maintaining that proximity to the church. A lot of people that grew up with me, unfortunately today, are not necessarily in the church. But the one thing that kept me near near the church, or I like to say near the cross. I always stayed near the cross just in
Right,
case. I never picked it up, but until later. But I stayed near because I loved the music. To this very day, I cherish the memories of our revival services, Sunday morning services, all the dancing and the shouting and the deliverance, everything that made it up. Of course, we've evolved and developed since then, but you can't lose sight of where you come from. You can't. A lot of the things that I didn't even know that I knew. Like yesterday, we're pastoring a church here in Orlando now, but a song came up in me that I'm like, when did I learn that song? Because although I always played the music, I never listened to the music. It was just like one of those mindless type of things, and I started singing a song, one of the old hymn, and I'm like, when did I learn that song? And so I realized that while we were not necessarily paying attention, some things are taught, and then other things are caught. Just because you're in the environment, you catch it, and it stays with me. And a lot of that old, rich Pentecostal faith and deliverance and all of those things that are still with me today, I appreciate and I adore. But growing up, music is really, really what kept me near the church, because I think, like Dave was saying, we have similar testimony. I used to, number one, I was the original stalker. I would stalk Lowell Lampkin, and he could not get on that organ without me. Like, what are you doing? How did you do that? Can you show me this? Do that. And so it was people like him and others we had so many great musicians come through the Church of God, but he was one of the ones that really spoke to me and inspired me in terms of developing that gift. But 910 West Livingston here in Orlando, which celebrated 100 years just a few weeks ago. They just celebrated. Yeah. So, but that was where I began to develop. I started in Washington Park, and I thank God for them. But because I was always somewhat progressive, I wanted to experiment. That's why, like David said, I never played the same song the same way twice, because I'm always thinking evolve and evolution and improvisation. And they did not necessarily get on board with that. So I left them at around 13 and started going to 9, 10, where they were a little more progressive. And and the interesting thing is I never asked them to pay me one dime. And they decided, you know what? We're gonna pay you for playing. I'm like, pay me for playing? I would literally still be there if I hadn't gotten married. I would still be at 9, 10, because they were the first one because I've been taught, freely you receive, freely give. To this day, it's hard for me to charge. Like, what do you charge for your music? And I'm like, I have to really fight through to even ask for any type of remuneration for my music. But again, it was always tied to service to God. It was always tied to do everything as unto the Lord. And that's the one thing, if anything, that stayed with me to this this present day. And one last thing I will say about I have a very vivid and fond memory of growing up in the church. My mother was I call her affectionately my original drug dealer, because she drugged me to Sunday service. She drugged me to YPE. She drugged me to prison ministry. Everywhere she would go, she would drag me along with her. And it gave me a wide range of appreciation for different environments, different types of music, not just one style. And interestingly enough, my dad, while he wasn't a musician, he had a very keen ear for music. And he taught me also how to expand and listen broadly. Not just what you guys, they'll pick them up and put in. He's like, there's more to music than that. And and he passed in 2016. But I love and cherish the memories that he challenged me to go deeper, and dig deeper into the musical gift and find out everything that's there. And to this very day, I'm still digging.
Yeah. And see, you're saying that about your parents, Mike. We're kind of the opposite because um, my dad and my mom, people don't, a lot of people don't know this, but neither one of them played an instrument.
Mhm.
My dad or my mom, either one of them played an instrument. Matter of
Well,
fact, they
my mom didn't play either. She
Hey,
just let me tell you the quick story, real quick. My mom, the reason I could play, my mom laid claim to that. She says, I prayed one day. I prayed. She was in church. She got saved and wanted to serve in the church, and so she wanted to be a musician. So she asked God to give her the gift of music. Instead of giving her the gift of music, He gave her pregnancy and put the music in me. That's why she said, "You got to play everywhere I go."
yeah, because and people like, oh, did your mom play? No, neither one of them played an instrument. I mean, probably a tambourine, but and my dad they really had no idea of music, but what they did, they instilled in us is the commitment.
Right.
Once we got into it, they were there to push us in it and to make sure that we had the best teaching, the best learning that we could get. If we were going to do it, we were going to do it right. And I remember my dad taking us over all the state of Florida to all the conventions, that other district conventions and their local. And and we'll walk in like we're the Jackson 5, and
Yes.
and people literally were like, step off and let us play. And I'm like, what y'all doing? Oh, y'all come play. But that was because of my parents. And I think I notoriety grew because of them doing what they did, and I love them for that, and they instilled that in us. That's just like with Dave and your family, with your mother. I know your mother was a vital part of you guys coming up, and most of all of us. And I mean, at
she
the
put that fire
conventions,
under me
she was
too.
over the music. And you know what? And you better have it right when she's standing up in front of you.
Yes.
You
Tell
better
your mom
have
I
it
said I
right,
love her
because
too
if
for
you
that
did
too.
not have it right, she would definitely let you know about it. So I'm and I know your mom is not here no longer, and we miss her. We really miss her, but I know you guys miss her well. So tell us, give us an insight, Dave and John, of that with your mom, because I know she was tight and right. And just tell me that journey with her, how she growing up with your mother.
Yeah, I was starting there, John, to kind of piggyback on it, but yeah, she was a stickler about music. It had to be right. She had this saying. She said she would often tell us, if you're singing, make sure you sing so that if a person was blind, they could hear
Yeah.
the nuances of what you were doing musically, but also sing and play if a person was deaf, they could see the energy and the nuances even in how you move. So I mean, everything for her, man, it had to be right, man. And the thing that I appreciated, man, I used to hate hearing all those hymns and doing those classical pieces and whatnot, and but I so appreciate that now because it has allowed me to just kind of be in different arenas. I've been on the 50-yard line of the Super Bowl. Now I'm an adjunct professor at the School of Music at University of Miami, and I mean I owe all that foundation to her. Watched her. She would literally arrange songs to where she changed tempos in the middle of a song, and I mean just off the cuff doing things, and I mean it was amazing just to see that, man. And then that part of it, coupled with what you guys did, man, was I mean just life changing. And to this day, man, just like what you said, Jeff, man, everybody in our family either plays music or sings or does both. And it's just been music has been such an amazing part of our life. And I just can't imagine life. So I had a person ask me the other day, so what would life be without music?
Wow.
And I said, oh my God. I said, I just can't even imagine. So, that even kind of extending to, I can't even imagine myself not being able to play, not being able to hear music, not being able to sing music to whatever level. I can't. I just can't imagine it. I just can't. So, John, you want to say about Mom?
Yeah, she was amazing. Just like Jeff said, tight and right. I love to dabble on the piano a little bit. I'm no David Anderson. I'm no Michael Norman. But I would love to just mimic what I heard, and I would start there. She would always be like, no. You have to play all 12 of those scales, and once you do that, then you can go on and play other things in there and learn all the songs, all 12 keys. But it was actually a stint. I was in college, and I want to say for a year, I actually stopped playing drums, and I was playing organ in church. I think it was for Paso. And I began to understand all the things that David would scream at me about tempo and playing with dynamics. Those are the things that I would be screaming at the drummers that were playing behind me. I was like, no, that's not right. So when I finally started playing drums again, I had another perspective that I played with, and my mom made a comment to me. She was like, wow, I love the way you play drums now. Like you play like you're accompanying everybody else. I understood everything that she was saying. So she was definitely one that had a strong inspiration on the way that I came up. So
Yeah, she loved you guys, man. Mike, you know it. My mom, short little flat, where mine was 5'1", stuff like that. Would get in your face.
Firecracker. Like,
Yeah.
that is not the music. That is not the music. That's not the note. Play it the way it goes.
Right. Hey, listen. Javen got away from here, but this has been in my spirit. I was thinking about it today. I'm like, wow, I'm gonna have these guys on. It has to be. I'm gonna pray on this, y'all. And it's gonna happen. There has to be something in the future. A project, some kind of something that you guys come together and do. Musically, Mike, David, because David is an awesome songwriter too. Mike is a songwriter. Javen, I just don't see how we cannot out of this have a project you guys come together. I would love to see that. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting y'all out there on the spot. Telling you I'm looking at the camera. I need to see a project from you three. Well, actually, four, because John is awesome too. And so we're talking about Michael Norman, Pastor Michael Norman, Dr. David Anderson, John Anderson, and Javen Campbell. Can y'all feel that like I'm feeling that?
We need to at least do a single.
Yeah, at least a single.
Yes.
We can work that out.
I'm so feeling that.
I'm feeling it too. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Listen, we're gonna close up. We're gonna wrap up. But Mike, before we wrap up, I need my audience and everyone that's out there to know everything that you are doing, because I know you're on radio now. You got the your life matters. Your segment with that. And let me see. Yes, the wisdom blueprint. Tell me something about that.
Well, again, President Obama once said that no one has ever made it to success alone. And so it kind of is a harken back to the Word of God when it talks about the Paraclete, the Holy Spirit. His job is to help us, to give us insight. And so that's the whole concept behind the wisdom blueprint, to give you the blueprint, the how to, the what to, the tools, the tips and techniques that helps you manifest the very purpose for which you were created. The worst thing that could ever happen to a human being is to die never knowing why they lived. So, and with that in mind, that's the fuel that impassions me to help people discover their own particular individual purpose, how to develop a relationship in terms of marriage, in terms of a platonic relationship, entrepreneurship. So we've developed an entire learning system, and we put it up on the internet, and it's called the Wisdom Blueprint. It's a subscription base, but every month we do a new teaching, study guides, and everything to help you retain the information. And then once a month, I do actually every 3 months, every quarter, we do a mastermind. As a matter of fact, this weekend we're doing one called Finding Your Purpose. And I'm telling you, that is the single most important thing anyone could ever discover, to find out why you live. Because once you find your purpose, then you'll find your passion and all of your potential. It's all there. So that's really, in a nutshell, what the blueprint, the Wisdom Blueprint, is all about.
And then you have Your Life Matters.
Yeah.
I know
So
it's every week, right? Weekly.
So Your Life Matters is basically a predecessor to the Wisdom Blueprint. And so I utilize that as well. Some of those shows are going to be on the platform, the learning platform as well. And of course, one of the things that's kind of my commitment to music, every month I have an archive. If you go to my Facebook page or YouTube page, you'll find an archive. Every Monday I was doing a segment called Songs in the Night, and basically it's kind of freelance and just sitting at the piano. Some of the music was prescribed, but it's really an opportunity to really here's some of the tunes that I have there on that CD. Eternity. Interestingly enough, I call that CD Eternity because I wanted the music to be eternal, but it just took eternity for me to get it done. It took forever because I kept getting distracted from helping others to achieve their particular projects. But again, all of those are available. You can hear more about it. Visit me at michaelnormanministries.com, and you'll be able to get more insight.
All right, that's it. That's my man, Michael Norman. He's doing his thing. Hey, listen, Dave and John, before you guys leave, I know you guys are doing some things. So what's down the pipe? What's coming up? I know you, Pastor, you keep you guys, President, keep you guys like stretched out. So you guys haven't, because you just did the project with Melvin Dawson. You just did that with Melvin, right? With Dave?
I think his mic is off.
Huh?
Can you hear now?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. We just did that when the final.
How is that going?
When the final stages of it should be out real soon. We also, as I said, I'm an adjunct professor at the University of Miami in the School of Music. Doing some producing. I mean, we've been doing that for a minute now. I'm trying to position myself to get ready to do my own project. Like Mike said, that distraction of helping other people kind of slows us down for doing the things that we need to do for us. So, for the past 6 years or so, since Mom's passing, trying to, and then now Dad passed on the 23rd of December. So now we're kind of back in that place. Okay, now we have to start living again and trying to just do things that we need to do. So that's where we are now.
Okay. Because I was at the performance, I was at the concert, the recording rather, and it was major. It was major. I can't wait till that really come out and we can rejoice with that. And I'll probably bring Pastor Overseer Dawson on, and we'll talk about that. Hey, listen, y'all. This has been great for me. I hope my audience, I hope you guys enjoyed this evening with the brothers, my brothers. It is heartwarming. I'm just, you guys don't know how I'm feeling right now. just to have you guys on, for you guys to say, okay, we'll do this, we'll come on, we'll talk a little bit, and just share our journey. Because, like I say, I know for me, I never envisioned myself here doing what I'm doing now. I always saw myself behind those drums, just forever. But you know, the Lord has a way to change our path, because He is the one that directs our path. And I appreciate you guys coming on. Can we do this again? I know our schedules are tight.
Absolutely.
I like to do it again. Just brothers, man. We'll have another evening with the brothers, and I'll check with you guys with your schedules, and probably next month or something like that, we can see if we can do this again and come along and ride out, man, and talk some more and share some more. Listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you. So let's keep in touch. Let's continue to do what we're doing. And y'all got to know this. I'm your biggest supporter and your biggest fan.
Same here.
I appreciate y'all, and I watch you from afar. Michael, please tell your wife that powerhouse.
Well, we'll get her on the next one, and she can tell you the real story about me.
Yes. So we'll do that.
Mike, you gotta play it. You gotta show me something before you leave. You know, every time I see you, I'm like, show me something. Give me a chord, play a note. Something.
Oh man, everything is off right now. We'll be down there next. I believe it's next week. So I'm definitely trying to look you up.
Please let me know. I saw your wife over at there was a funeral at the church. It was about a month ago.
Yeah, my wife.
So maybe the next time. So maybe the next time we'll do something where you know we have stuff turned up. We can just have some music and just we can do that.
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, listen, y'all. This has been the South Florida Live show with my brothers. The evening with the brothers. Pastor Michael Norman. Dr. David Anderson. And the show enough. John Anderson. And he's gone with it. He left us, but Pastor Javen Campbell. Hey guys, check out Javen's book. You can get it from any platform right now. Do it now. Why wait for better when your best is now? That's Javen Campbell. Also, Mike, you have. How can we get that? That I don't know what is it, a single or you have tunes on it? How can they get it?
Oh, that's a complete CD. So just write me at michaelnormanministries.com and we can get it to you. I've got a book coming out too, 12 Things That Ruin Relationships, a guide to knowing when it's safe to love. And it's going to be a help to new relationships, new marriages. Or, one thing about it, just because a person may be, say, lonely does not mean that they are alone. And again, it's just another form of coming alongside of everyone and trying to help them actualize and become the highest authentic self. So, we'll be talking about that more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, my brothers. God bless y'all. God keep y'all. Love y'all, man.
Let's do it again. Make sure.
Yes, we'll do it again. All right, guys. God bless y'all.
God bless you, sir.
All right, you've been locked into the South Florida Live show. I know you enjoyed this like I have. You have met my brothers, my other brothers. You have met them, Pastor Michael Norman, Pastor Javen Campbell, Dr. David Anderson, and my man, John Anderson. Listen, y'all, I appreciate everyone tuning in on this evening. I know we have to do this real quick. Once again, my media tech person is not here, but we're going to try and kick it. If we can, I have to do these commercials right quick. Hey, just tune in, just lock in and check this. Hey, y'all, listen, the shirt. Hey, We have our shirts. We have our shirts. We have our shirts. Yes, we have our shirts. You guys have to get one. You definitely have to get one. You guys can email me at the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com, and I'll give you the information where you can get a shirt. I need you guys to purchase a shirt. Please, please, please purchase a shirt. Now just go on my email, the email address, the show email address is the South Florida Live. I think we have that. Yes, the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. South Florida Live, the South Florida Live Show, gmail.com. And you can purchase a shirt. It's just $15. $15. You can purchase it $15. South Florida Live. And we have some more. And I'll show those again later, another time. But hey, right quick, we're going to do these commercials and we'll be right back.
Brunch is back here at Lorna's American Caribbean Grill with your jerk chicken and waffles with watermelon salad, salmon croquette and grits, oxtail and grits. Yeah, we say oxtail and grits with stewed conch and grits, shrimp and grits. So y'all come on down and y'all join us and have a taste of the South, which we call Floridian cuisine here at Lorna's American Caribbean Grill. Come join us.
No, that's not what I want to All right, there you have it. That's Lorna's. They're having their brunch, and Helen Ziegler. If you want to if you want to get the zing, to put some bling on your shoes, check out Helen Ziegler, and she would hook you up. Hey, once again, it's been great, guys. I enjoyed my time here in the South Florida Live Show. Thanks, everyone. Oh, yes. So we got to do the caller. Hold on, guys. 1 minute. Yeah, and this is the book. 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 Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. It's such a great book. Why wait for better when you can, when your best is now? Why wait for better when your best is now? Phone lines are open. Give you guys the number. Phone lines are open. If you guys want to call. First caller, first caller, first caller, first caller, first caller. You want this book? Be the first caller, and it's yours. It is yours. It is yours. All right. Nobody wants the book. I'll keep it. First caller. Nope. Nobody wants it. Okay. I'll keep it. It's mine. Going once. Going twice. All right. It's mine. God bless you. Thank you. It's mine. All right. Hey, this has been the South Florida Live. I'm your host, Elder Jeffrey Brown, and I'm so happy to be with you guys on this evening. I'm gonna let you go. This has been fun. I love this. We're gonna have to do it again. Oh, looks like somebody's calling. Hold on. Hello.
I am calling for my book, enjoying your show.
Oh, appreciate it. And this is
Yes, enjoying the show, enjoying the guests.
okay. So you're our first caller. You're our first caller.
Yes,
All right.
Dolores Jones.
George Jones. So what I need you to do, Miss Jones.
Yes,
Okay, what I need you to do, Miss Jones, is to get that email address that you see on the screen, and I need you to email me your name and your address, and we will get you this book.
the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am. That's the one.
Okay.
All right.
And you say what I do?
Just leave your first and last name and your address, and we will get you the book. We will get the book out to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love Javon. I visit the church.
Yes, ma'am.
I like your ministry.
Thank you.
Following the ministry
Thank you.
and enjoy the ministry.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Continue to join us, continue to watch us, and share with your friends and families that, when we're on the South Florida Live Show is on, and we're going to be bringing things like this quite often. And that's what we just want to, bring things to uplift our listeners. And we thank you for tuning in this evening and being our first caller to get this book. Give me some time, because I'm going to have him sign this for you. And then I'll send it out once we get it signed. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. God bless you.
Black people.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that. We got to keep doing that. Yes, ma'am. We do.
Have a great night.
Thank you. You too. God bless you. All right. We have our first caller. She's got her book, and she's in. She's just going to email me, and email me her address, her name, and she has a book. God bless her. All right, guys, that's it. We're done. We're finished. Hey, as I always say, I'll pray for you. You pray for me. And y'all, let's watch God change things. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer.